What's up, guys? So this is going to be a video that I don't really want to make, or do that. Well, I guess part of the video I want to make because it'll be talking about some of the project cars and some of the other things that I have going on in the background. But one of the things is my freaking R8. So as you see, I still have the temp tag on it. I actually have the plate for it. I just haven't put it on there. But I bought this car, I think, almost 7 months ago. I think it was in May or something like that of 2019. Sat around for a little while waiting to kind of reveal it to you guys. It took a little while to get the engine, deciding what I was going to do with that. Drove it to Florida, 4,500 miles, hung out down there, took it on the drag strip. It ran basically an 11, was it an 11.0? Or did it do a 12 something? But Ty actually did a faster pass than me. We installed BC Racing coilovers on it, and it's been super solid. Haven't had any issues with it whatsoever. Basically, we just put the engine in it, we bled the cooling system, changed the oil, and it was ready to go. So as you can tell, it's really dirty. Me and Jamie actually took it up to the hot springs, drove it through a little bit of snow, and kind of did some stuff for New Year's. But other than that, I haven't really done much with it. So these cars are so good from the factory that literally the only thing you could do to make them better is turbo them or like make them faster. So I'm kind of at the point, with the channel and the way things have been going, I guess like AdSense wise or monetary wise, I just don't think it would make sense. I kind of took a jump into the whole supercar world, kind of stretched myself a little thin, and I'm basically, I'm almost broke. I'm not broke, but it's like, it just doesn't make sense for me to own a car like that and do that type of stuff. So basically what I'm going to be doing today is actually listing it for sale. I'm going to wash it, take some pictures of it, and go and list it for sale. So starting price is going to be $80,000 if you guys are interested. If you are super interested, send me an email, MotionAutoTv, or DM me on Instagram. I have been kind of teasing about selling this thing on Instagram. We thought about doing a giveaway, but just in order to kind of get all of your money back, you just have to sell so much stuff to even break even that it's not even fun. Like, you're just down in the basement for years, just not even breaking even on anything. So the other thing is the GSX. So the GSX has sat around for a while. I kind of don't have a purpose for this car because the Civic is basically what this thing's going to be. But the guy who actually bought it from, he wants to buy it back. So this thing might be leaving my hands soon. I actually bought a turbo MR2 a couple months ago that I didn't tell you guys about, and it's been sitting outside, and you guys have seen it in the back of other things. But it basically needs a back window and a flap for the turbo, and that's kind of what it needs. So I think I need to get this thing going, kind of sell it. I don't really know what to do with it other than just get it running and sell it. As you can tell, it looks like a cat has been kind of hanging out in there. The other thing is I have this 240. We got this 240 3 years ago when we were doing the giveaway because we needed to rob some interior pieces to make that car complete. I basically traded some LS1 T56 parts for this shell, and actually the fully built, not the 100% stock SR that's in the shop. I was actually thinking I could just throw that in here, throw a quick little body kit on it, and just basically get rid of it and sell it. So kind of the point of this video is to kind of talk to you guys and to show you guys that, kind of tell you that I'm broke. I don't want to sell the R8 because it's super sick. I love that type of car, but it just doesn't, I feel like it's not that relevant on the channel. So it's not like I could make videos and, get money that way off the ad rev to like make it make sense, because the videos didn't even do that great. But it is an awesome car and I would like to own it. The other project that we have is this Mercedes. This is the OM606. I don't know if you guys, if you guys haven't seen this thing, this is like the diesel 2J of the European world. This is a 99 300D. So cool little rig. I want to swap this engine in something. This is the LS Saab. So we have the LS4 in the front of this Saab. This was going to be like the all-wheel drive dad wagon thing, and then I just ended up having to cut too much out of the frame rails. I think this might let me pop the hood. Hold on. Show you guys this thing for you guys who haven't seen it. So yeah, this is a LS4, which is basically an aluminum 5.3 out of an Impala SS, and that has been in here for about a year. Basically, you can see it's just been sitting outside. Have the 6-speed manual front-wheel drive tranny adapted to it. That's off of a just like a V6 front-wheel drive. So that's been kind of sitting out here. This was mostly a mock-up car, just because this car isn't really worth anything. We have the Supra shell that I got a bunch of parts out of. You can see I still have a bunch of parts and things in it, but most of the stuff is like bent, like subframes and lower control arms and stuff like that. And obviously this whole thing is freaking tacoed, but it is a decent left-hand drive front clip, so that's why I've been keeping it around. And the other thing that you guys have not seen, which is this is a 2005 GMC XUV, Yukon XUV, and what it has under the hood is actually an Ameribera. This is the 4.2 inline six aluminum block, aluminum head thing that you could basically turbo. Motor Trend did a video on these things. They made like 400 horsepower on 7 pounds of boost, and then they were gonna build one and turn it up. So I would like to put this engine in something, but I figured it'd be easier to buy a whole vehicle to where I could kind of test some stuff, test the HP tuners on it. So this basically engine, test candidate. I need to swap something in here and sell it. I want to sell this and I want to sell this. So basically these three things I want to sell. I want to get rid of that shell. I want to pull the engine. I want to figure out what I'm doing with the Ameribera, pull that engine, and basically get rid of that that whole body shell thing over there. The thing we have is this is a 2002 Ford E350 Econoline van, and it's actually a 7.3 powered, so it's turbo diesel, and it has a Quigley 4x4 kit on it, so you can see it is 4-wheel drive and it's lifted a little bit. So this is one thing that I've had for probably about 5 years, basically since I had the Evo. It is a 15 passenger version, and it needs a little bit of work. The engine does not run. We basically drove it home and it died getting off the on-ramp. I think it has low compression or something on one cylinder, but I have a complete engine sitting in the shop, kind of ready to go for it. I just need to actually do it. So this thing has been kind of haunting me for a while. You can see needs a little bit of, has previous body work right here. This little Saab 9.3, this is an 03 with the little T. I bought this literally 4 years ago, and it's been sitting outside pretty much ever since. It runs amazing for about 2 minutes until the ECU gets hot, and then it runs like crap. So yeah, I need to basically sell that. Basically, no, but nobody wants it. I bought it for 750 bucks. I listed it for like 600 bucks, and nobody even wants it. So I really just want to get rid of this. I really want to get this thing running and driving. You can see, you got that. Look at that, 2015. It's been sitting. Moving inside, we have the Civic. Obviously, you guys love the Civic. I love this thing too. I really want to turn this thing up to about 1,000 horse, and so we actually had the engine at the machine shop, and the pistons that we got were stock bore. So let me move this crap real quick. So pistons that we had were stock bore. I basically did a block guard in a K24 block. He honed it, and I stuck the pistons in there. They were just super loose. So what we did is we got, I think it's a 0.5 over is what we did. So we got bigger pistons, so I just needed to drop that back off of the machine shop, and then we should be ready to go as far as this goes. So we got pistons, rods, oil pump, built head, all that stuff ready to go back in the Civic. And I also have some dog box stuff to actually go in the transmission, which I don't know if I've talked about that before. We have over here, this is the 7.3 that could go in the van. This is a 6.7 Power Stroke that was out of a 2011 that I bought with a bad engine. You guys remember those videos from like three or 4 years ago. Currently working on the BMW, but you guys will see more of that probably in the next video. The Mustang, it's pretty good to go, other than just maybe cleaning up some of my damage of you know, hitting the walls and stuff like that. Reinstalled the rear brakes, but I would like to drift this in Colorado and around the country this year. Jamie's 4Runner is just kind of sitting in here for now. I need to order suspension and wheel bearings. We got the Rainy Day Supra, which is not for sale. I don't think I'm ever gonna sell this thing unless I like get in a really tight spot. But yeah, this is basically like my, if I ever like need money, like need money, or something happens, like I could, you know, I could put some time and money in this thing and actually get some money out of it. So up on the top, up there, that is a 95 S14 shell. I got that thing probably 5 years ago and caged it as basically a backup car to my car, just in case I ever wadded up my car, put it in the wall or something. I could basically swap everything that was still good left over in that. So I would like to sell that thing too. I have it listed and have some people interested, but it's one of those things where it's like 20 feet in the air and nobody wants to come look at it, and I don't want to crawl up there and take pictures. So I'm going to show you guys some of the random cars out behind the shop, and I really want to get rid of this thing too. This stupid tire balancer machine just doesn't work, and it just takes up way too much space. Had it listed, nobody wanted it. People make offers. The whole Facebook marketplace turned into ghost thing is like, that just happens to me all the time.
I can't believe how dirty you let this thing get.
Time washing this thing real quick. I'm gonna go show you guys all the BS in the back. One of the cars that has been literally have not touched in 2 years. I feel like it's almost sunk into the ground. Look at that. So the tire is actually in the ground now, and it's almost sitting on the subframe. So this was the BMW that we were gonna do as the giveaway car with the whole take it to the track pack, and we just found a little bit too much body filler on it. I just wasn't comfortable with actually giving it to somebody, and so we kind of took it apart. So this thing has an angle kit, some coilovers. It has a fake bride seat mounted to the stock rail. It has a video, a handbrake extension right there. It actually has a video of, I made a video how to do a burnout. It has like 450,000 views, which was crazy because when I uploaded it had like 5,000. But YouTube actually just started pushing that within the past year, and it's just funny because like it just gets a lot of views. This thing, I was thinking about swapping the OM606 in it. That's kind of why I haven't got rid of it yet, is because since it's kind of European or whatever, already has an inline six, already has a BMW tranny. They make adapter kits to the OM606 to a 5-speed BMW ZF tranny, which I don't think this has a ZF in it. But I could basically bolt that in here and have like a super sick drift car with like a hood exhaust, and imagine it just like rolling coal, but it's like literally it's a diesel 2J. It sounds super sick, super cool. CRV I bought off the auction because I was like, oh, all-wheel drive stuff, and it's a B series with basically one of the rods is disconnected from the piston, so it just doesn't even turn over because it's locked in there, but it'll rotate back the other way. Saab Arrow that I used to fix my current wagon. What else? CRV that I pulled the tranny and transfer case out of. Fox Body Mustang notchback that you guys don't know about, that I thought about putting the EcoBoost in. TSX that I robbed the engine out of. Civic that I robbed the SI gauge cluster and a bunch of parts from my yellow Civic. And then we have an S14 shell that I was literally trying to get like $200 out of. Has some rust underneath, and you know, no paperwork or anything like that with it, and it was an auto chassis, so no diff, axles or anything like that in there. We have David's, this is a 3000 GT he bought for parts. So yeah, this is that Saab Arrow. This is basically a Houston flood car, so if you open it up and look at it, like in the headliner, it actually has, well, I don't know, it was just like all moldy and gross looking in here, but robbed tons and tons of parts out of this thing, and it's definitely saved, you know, my car and some other, and Ty's car. I need to sell these taillights out here because these taillights are worth some money. There she is, all cleaned up. Man, like I want to sell this car, but I absolutely don't. We got a license plate. Ty, what do you think?
Looks way better. Yeah.
It was dirty.
Surprised. It was really dirty.
so as you see, this thing is pretty cool. And it's kind of one of them weird things. Like it sits in the garage and you don't drive it and you don't think it's cool anymore. And you're like, oh, I want to sell that. And then you drive it around and then especially after you wash it, you don't want to sell it anymore. So, I mean, I would prefer not to do this. I would like to twin turbo it, but just financially, I don't think that makes sense right now. Ty just drove it. What'd you think?
It's like you said, you forget. I mean, I've been looking at this and I'm like, yeah, it's cool, but it's not that cool. But
and then you
drive it and you're like, man, this thing is cool.
Like I think this is the only car right now that like I hop in it and I like, as soon as I'm like driving down my road, I get like a shit-eating grin on my face. Like, well, I mean, the Mustang's pretty cool, but it's like, it's just not that. It's just like a different class of car. The Civic is obviously the fastest thing that we have. I mean, not right now because it's blown up, but that it's a different level of car and it's sick to have that. But I really want to build a shop at my house to be able to park like this in the Supra and like another finished car, something in it. And just right now, I feel like my lifestyle doesn't support the whole like owning an R8 type of thing. So I don't know. We'll see. We're going to be doing a merch drop on Friday, basically after this video is coming out on Sunday. So look forward to it on Friday. A lot of you guys always comment and say that I need to do this and need to do that. But nobody ever buys merch. So we're going to try a merch drop without a giveaway and see how that goes. Just drop basically 1 or 2 simple shirts, some stickers and some other stuff, and then try to basically discount some of the stuff that we have left over from the last giveaway. So if you guys want to support your boy, MotionAutoTv.com and check that out. Stay tuned on Friday. We will be posting stuff on the Instagram and stuff like that, and obviously like videos when we get closer and we'll actually release the design. So I don't know. Let me know what other project you think. I know kind of me talking about the C10 kind of brought up a lot of conversations of like whether I should just finish the Datsun or finish something else. The Datsun I'm just not ready for. It's one of those cars that like once I get a shop built at my house to where like then I'll bring it down here, fix it, and then bring it home and park it in there. And that's kind of one of my issues. So I just have too many cars, too many projects, too much stuff. But I think that's probably going to be it for this video, guys. I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you later.